What the heck or who the heck are all of these karmics and third parties that tarot readers tend to talk about in their readings? This is Misty with the Oracle Evolution. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to answer that question because I know that a lot of readings, people tend to talk about like third parties and karmics and how they're interfering. Basically, this is what or who is interfering in a relationship or the union of a twin flame, twin flames, or, maybe they call them divine counterparts, or, like some type of soulmate. So let's dive in. I have a list of the top 5 third parties or karmics. And the list that I was given, I'm going to start with 5 and go to the number 1. So I'm going from the least important, the least impactful, the least common to the most common. So let's take a look. Number 5, when you hear them talk about, when tarot readers talk about third parties or karmics, sometimes they're talking about another man or another woman that your person is in a relationship with, most likely a sexual relationship or some type of, commitment type relationship. Okay. And notice that this is the first one that I'm talking about, and which means it's actually the least significant, and it's the least common. So that makes it tricky when most of us have it in our head that it is in fact another person, to see it as anything else, because the fact that this is the easiest to deal with, honestly, that's why, we kind of veer towards it being another man or another woman in the relationship. Number 4, it would be societal expectations. So when you hear a reader talk about karmics or third parties, it's not always another man or another woman. It could have something to do with societal expectations, meaning that this person, like for example, the examples that I was given had to do with, like, for example, same-sex relationships. For some reason, if someone was raised in a certain way, they live in a certain area or something like that, then those societal expectations are essentially what keeps them from going or coming home to you. I'll just put it like that. Okay. So, another thing would be, if they are in some type of relationship, it may not necessarily be the other man or woman that keeps them in the relationship. It is societal expectations, in the sense of, you're like, we've been taught that you stick it through in a relationship no matter what, or we've been taught that, like, if you have kids together, that you stay together. And so that person may still be holding on to some of those societal expectations, and that is what they're struggling with. It's not the person per se, it has to do with societal expectations. Okay, meaning if they weren't raised that way, if society wasn't telling them to stick it through, like, that other person would not keep them from you. Okay. So the third thing, when readers are talking about a third party interference, or a karmic, it is actually talking about the institution of religion, religious factors, religious beliefs, that is actually what is keeping your person from being with you. And, like, there are some things that they have to work out as it relates to religion. Okay. which, again, we're going in order of like what's the easiest to deal with for that person to deal with versus the harder thing for the person to deal with. And religion is number 3. Number 2 is would be another family member. Okay. So when we're talking about a karmic could be a family member. This could include parents. This could include siblings. This can include children. Okay. And so obviously, like, that would be something that's really hard to let go of, especially if we're talking about, children. Like, so not necessarily, it's different from societal expectations, because it's not that, someone feels like they can't leave their kids because of society, like, and really it's not leaving, like they can't leave a relationship, so to speak. It's not because of society. It's because they really truly feel like, this is what is best for my kid. Okay. So, it has something to do with that. It's and the number one thing I found to be extremely, like, very interesting, because I do know who we'll say divine masculine. Like, I know who that person is. That person knows who I am. And we actually had a conversation about this specifically. And where I told this person, there is no, like, I'm not worried. Like, I don't have any concerns. I don't have any feelings of like jealousy or anything like that when it comes to another person. Because I know that my person, like I said specifically, I don't think you place anyone, any other woman or any other person above me. But what I know for a fact that this person does place above me is what's in place number 1. When people are talking about, when readers refer to third-party interference and third-party relationships, this is an energy all on its own, and it's money, right? Because sometimes your person may feel like they just have to have the money, and they may make different excuses as to why they need to have the money. They may say like, oh, I need this money before I'm comfortable. It has to do with security. It could have something to do with a lot of different, there might be a lot of different reasons why, but the bottom line is that it has to do with money. Okay. And sometimes some people will never have enough money. And it doesn't make you feel like it doesn't make you feel any better that that's what the issue is, or that's what the third party is, or that's what the karmic is. It doesn't make you feel better that it's not another person. It doesn't make you any less jealous. Okay. Because honestly, let's think about it. You can compete with another person, but you can't compete with money. You can't, you can't dress any type of way. You can't do anything to compete with money. That is something that a person has to learn to overcome and let go of, whatever it is that they are dealing with as it relates to money. Their relationship with money, it's just something that they have to work out on their own. You can't compete with it. You can't. So those are actually the top 5 things, people, or who, what, when, where, why, of when people talk about a karmic or a third party. So that third party has a spell on your person. That's money for a lot of you guys, for a majority of you guys. That third party won't let your person go. It's money for most of you. That's what it is. So anyways, that's what I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this message. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you liked it, if you loved it, and you know what? Even if you didn't, take care. I love you. Bye.